That belongs in a museum.
Of those dead cards in your opponent's hand,
why would he have not played it, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's double Sea Giant. But yeah, this is, and also the Peddler as well. You know, he does have the option of 3 cards with that Discover mechanic. And what's nice is, depending on the card he picks, oh, another Voidwalker. So he is able to play the 1-drop and Power Overwhelming and clear the Tomb Pillager and leave the 1/1 still alive from the Possessed Villager's Death Rattle.
Backstab would be a clear here if he's able to pick it up. That would be probably one of the better cards in his deck right now. Picks up Cold Blood number 2. That is not what he's looking for. He is playing Leroy in his deck. It's not the pure board control version that some people run. So he does have the potential for a lot of burst damage, but burst damage is not what he's concerned with right now. He needs to be able to answer this board from the Zoo player. Cold Blood obviously completely useless at doing that. He can Shadow Strike, Coin Prep, Fan of Knives, and then Dagger. That doesn't seem wise.
He can do that.
Yeah,
so he can do that.
While you're on the topic of, you know, if any of these minions survive, then suddenly all these cards in my hand start to become relevant. That's a thing you are thinking.
A couple of options really here is a Dark Iron Dwarf to push for more damage, or he could have Flame Jugglered and Forbidden Ritual. He looks like he's going to go for Dark Iron and just put the 1/1 on the board with the Ritual, which is pretty nice. He's not seen a Fan of Knives yet, so it's not like he's holding off on it for a big, you know, turn to just get blown out with Fan.
And now this Auctioneer could change everything. He has a Fan, he has a Prep. This Fan of Knives is about to cycle him 2 cards.
That's 2 fans now.
But after this prep is used, after this fan is used, he only has 1 mana remaining, which dramatically limits his options in being able to answer this. Backstab just came too late. He doesn't have anything else particular. He may just choose to cycle one of the Cold Bloods on the Auctioneer here just to get another card into his hand.
Yeah. There are some moments where you weigh up backstabbing your own Gadget Zan, if that's what you have to do to cycle. I feel against Zoo when Backstab's such a high value card, this is not one of those moments. So he is just going to use the Cold Blood and say, okay, put your Dark Iron Dwarf into the Gadget Zan, because you almost have to.
By him with this entire game. Picked it up late, but it might be just in time. I think 1 turn later, he would have been too far behind in this game to make an impact. It may be enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, but bear in mind, Aina is running Leroy and does have a Soulfire, and Crane is on 11 health. Like, that is very scary, and Crane will be fully aware of this, and Crane will probably also know that that card in Aina's hand has been in there for a while. And although it could be a Sea Giant, it could be Leroy, because there's big power on the board. There's 5 power on the board for the Warlock at this moment in time.
Picks up Preparation number 2, which doesn't have a huge impact right now. Backstab Sap looks like the play he was always going to make. He has that amount of mana available to him already, so Preparation doesn't change anything, but it does speed up his hand for the following turn. And now, finally, it's taken longer than he would have hoped, but he is there. He has that full swing on the board where he is 1 minion versus 0 against Zoo, which is the situation that you always want.
Yeah, Abusive Sergeant, not quite what Aina would have wanted to take off the top there. He did the board, or hope that Leroy comes exactly when he needs it. It's another Voidwalker, so this guy just gets to select a Voidwalker anytime he plays that card, it seems, which is fine. But now at least he's putting a few more minions on the board, right? Because at the moment,
that draw is insane. That Blood Mage is nuts right here. Blood Mage, Fan of Knives is a complete board clear. He can even prep it to try and pick up more pressure and start pushing damage with Cold Blood. This is all starting to come together for Crane right here.
Yeah, this is pretty insane. As again, all Aina's been trying to do for so many turns is to just keep minions on the board. And as you said, Crane's drawn into the cards that he wanted early game to just completely remove everything and clear it as efficiently as Rogue does.
So Abusive Sergeant is in hand, which can increase the damage output of Leroy if that is drawn, but it's not enough to deal 10. So Aina is going to need Runner, Leroy, Soulfire here. That's the only way I can see this working.
Oh, Direwolf is definitely not that. And
that's
there
it.
we go.
The game is over. Crane has booked his spot at Spring Championships. The culmination of 3 months' work, the culmination of a ton of work from Crane individually.